Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel Maths with Berlin. So today we have a very interesting and a very beautiful problem with us. So this problem is about functions, right, as you can see, but the solution or the hints that we'll be providing for this problem is not at all about functions. It is about statistics, which is a newly added chapter for JEE Advanced, and JEE Advanced committee is preparing to ask some very nice questions, and this can be one of them. So let's get started with the video. So those who want to give this problem a try, they may pause the video right here and give this problem a try, and after that they may see the solutions and get a huge benefit from there. So I hope you have given it a try. Now, before moving on to the solutions, I would like to tell some key points about the problem. That is, first of all, it is given that x can be any real value, right? And we have been asked about the minimum value of the following expression. Let us say that this expression that is given to us is f of x, right? After that, let us proceed with the problem. So basically, before proceeding with the problem, let me also clarify some basic doubts that you may have. That is about mean deviation. I feel most of you have forgotten about mean deviation. Mean deviation is that, let us say that we have x1, x2, x3 as three elements, right? Let us take an example of mean deviation. Then mean deviation about x, right? Mean deviation about x is basically x minus x1 modulus plus x minus x2 modulus plus x minus x3 modulus, and this is whole divided by 3. So we are just multiplying 1 by 3 so that it is getting divided by 3. So this is called as the mean deviation. Now I feel that most of you won't understand why I am talking about mean deviation in this problem. So let's move on to the hints part, and you would understand why I am so much interested about this topic. So as you can see, what I have done is, what I have said in the hints is basically that mean deviation about the median is minimum. So I have said you that the mean deviation, that mean deviation is basically this thing right here, right, as I am highlighting. But the mean deviation is minimum when it is taken about the median of the data set, right? When it is taken about the median of the data set, it will become minimum. So now moving on to the solution part. So for the solution, what I have done is I have assumed f of x as the following function. After that, what I have done is, let me just magnify it so that you can all see it clearly. So after that, what I have done is I have basically chosen to represent the following data set as follows. That is, I have multiplied a negative term in each of the following, right? I have just multiplied the negatives in each of the following. So after that, what happens is you get the following expressions, and basically it is a modulus. So multiplying a negative on the inside doesn't change the value or doesn't change the answer, right? So after that, what I have done is I have taken out the 2, 3 and 119, that is the following coefficients. I have taken out the coefficients outside, right? So that helps us, because now what we can say is that we can represent the following data set, that is data structure or equation f of x, as follows. We can just replace it by very simply as follows, and you can understand it, right? That is x of r minus x modulus, where x of r is equal to 1 by r, and this is summation r equal to 1 to 119, right? That is what I have written here. Now after that, what we can say is that this is a representation of n, that is 119 here. N is equal to 119. Just wait a minute. So this is just equal to wait a minute. Sorry for the technical glitch. So this can be said to be equal to 119 n times. We can say that this is equal to 119 times the mean deviation, right? 119 times the mean deviation. Now, if we can minimize the mean deviation, we can obviously minimize the following f of x. Now you would be pretty confused, right? What I have written below in the below part. So what I have written is the frequency of every xr element is r, right? Why? Because we are multiplying a coefficient of r, and it is because that, let us say that x of 1 into comma x of 1, comma x of 2, x of 2, x of 2. Let us say that this is our data set, right? So now the mean deviation becomes x1 minus x times 2 plus 3 into x2 minus x modulus plus modulus of x3 minus x whole divided by 6, right? That is what it becomes right now. And there is a mistake that I have committed here, that is this one right here, that is there, this 119, it will be not 119, this will be just summation of r, right? Because the total number of terms should be multiplied. Here I am not multiplying just 1, 2 and 3, I am taking the values of the number of frequencies that are there, right? Here it is a 1 as follows, and I'm just taking the frequencies and adding them up. So frequencies are, for every xr element the frequencies are. So now moving on to the next part. So I have represented the following data structure, so that if you have not understood from the previous example, you may understand it from here. So for every xr element I said that there is a r as the frequency. So x1 has the frequency of 1, x2 has the frequency of 2, x3 has the frequency of 3, and so on up to x of 119, that has a frequency of 119. Now following the summation of the frequencies, we get that the total number of terms, right? This is total number of terms, that is n, that I have mentioned it here. And now this n is equal to this total number of terms that are there, that is just basically 7140, right? This is equal to 7140. Now you all must remember that cumulative frequency that we read in class 10th, right? Cumulative frequency for this table would be 1, after that it is 3, after that it is 6, and so on up to 119. Now this table is arranged in descending order, that is in a particular order it is arranged. It is not a haphazard or random distribution, it is an ordered distribution. So now we can use a formula for the median, that is median is equal to half of the n by 2th term plus n plus 1 by 2th term. Now we try to figure out the n by 2th term. So basically what is the n by 2th term is, n by 2, the value of n by 2 becomes 3570. Now I have written that it is 84th term. Let me explain this to you all, how it is 84th term. So 3570 basically can be represented as the follows in factoring. By factoring out, we can represent it as 84 into 85 divided by 2. I have just factored it out. There is no big calculation. You may also factor it out. So after that, what we can say is that if we compare this to n into n plus 1 by 2, what we get is that n is equal to 84, right? That is what we get, that is n equal to 84. So from here we can say that this is the 84th term. right? Because the cumulative frequency must be equal to 3570, and therefore it is the 84th term, right? Now after that I have also written that, I have also mentioned that as well as the n plus 1 by 2th term is 84th term as well, because see, let us just take this table and write down the x of 84. When it will be x of 84, there will be 84 terms in the frequency. After that, in the cumulative frequency, it will just be 3570, and x of it, when you write x of 85, after that it will be the frequency as 85 and it will be 3655, right? So in between the elements that are there, in between these two, that will be present in the x of 84, right? So therefore we can say that the x of 84 is only the answer to the following problem, that is the f of x is minimum at x 84, that is 1 by 84. And after that we can just simplify for f of x, and the minimum value of f of x comes out to be 49. So this was a very simple problem if you think it in the right manner and in the proper direction, and there is no like big calculation or something. I have just explained it a lot, that's why it might have appeared to you as very big, but it is a very good candidate for JEE Mains as well, and as well as JEE Advanced.